Okay, so in this particular video, we are going to explore who do designers sketch for. Well, we sketch for ourselves first and foremost, but we also sketch for clients, contractors, tutors, future employers. So sketching is one of the most important design skills. It's important for designers to sketch well. We think through our sketches. Okay, let's get started. So yes, designers sketch for different audiences. So this particular page that I'm going to create here is the type of page that you would create for yourself and your design team. So this is a piece of furniture that we designed, and I'm looking at radically different versions of how that furniture could look. These sketches may not get out of the design studio. These may be just the initial sketches that you show your team, but you may show the client some of these sketches. So if you can sketch in front of your client, then that is a magical thing, because basically you can sketch really quickly. Nobody's worrying about the investment of time because you haven't spent 3 days on a CAD package producing the 1 point perspective, which is really glossy. This is really quick so that they can get a sense of what these things are looking like. If you do it in front of them, they can then feedback directly. You can start a new page and then sketch out the new idea. So this collaboration between you and the client becomes this sort of fantastic thing, because they feel involved, they feel like they're included in the design process, they have confidence in you and trust in you because you are sketching that out in front of them. So then it becomes this collaboration, this teamwork between client and designer. And that's really what designers are. We produce things, we are a service to the particular project and the client's vision. And the key thing is that you give the client what they need, not what they want. And sketching can really help produce that, because some clients don't really know what they want, but they know what they want when they see it. And so when you sketch things out like that, they can just really get involved and included in the project. These are also the type of sketches that are good to show tutors if you are a student. So again, you're showing that you're exploring right the way across what the potential of this bench could be, and you're also getting lots of feedback. You may even show contractors some of these sketches. So if you've got a fabricator or a builder or a contractor and they're going to be building these pieces of furniture, then showing them maybe slightly later ones than this. But if they can see the sketch before you start to really develop the aesthetics, the design language, the look, the style of your bench in this particular case, then they're going to have an impact on that too, in terms of how the structure is, what the material could be, costs, all those things which are essential. If you're finding this content valuable and you're an aspiring interior designer that wants to unlock your creative potential, then learn to sketch like a designer. My name's Dr. Craig Thomas. 30 years experience in the interior design industry tells me that sketching is the most essential design skill. The most common reason why people struggle with sketching is they fear that they can't sketch or they don't sketch well. There's 2 things you can do to improve your sketching immediately. First of all, adopt a designer's mindset where you see sketching as information, not as perfect artworks. And secondly, have a step-by-step process where you master techniques to create and build a sketching skill set. I've taught thousands of students over the years. With the correct mindset and process, you can sketch. So if you'd like to give yourself the edge and learn how to confidently sketch like a designer, I've created a sketching course for you that takes you through the sketching process step by step. For more information, click on the link in the description. Okay, back to the video. The other thing that once you produce these sketches is make sure that you show a range of these type of sketches in your portfolio, because employers love to see your sketches and they employ designers that sketch well. And when we say sketch well, we don't mean producing beautiful, perfect artworks. We mean sketching well, like we can see here, that is, not necessarily perfect, not all parallel lines, but you can see the mind at work thinking through these sketches so that the design gets developed and honed. employers employ designers that sketch well. So with this particular design page, I've started off and I've drawn all the benches in isolation, just little 1-point perspectives, so I can get a sense of what these things look like. And then I've taken one of them and now I'm beginning to draw that into the interior. So there's no set way of how a design page should work. You just work with your instincts and your intuitions. I wanted to explore what the shape and the form of these things were first, and then start to set it into the interior, which is completely fine. So with the interior, I've set up a back wall with a vanishing point, and then I've started to sketch the bench within this interior space that have all these other objects within it. So who do designers sketch for? They sketch for themselves first of all, but they also sketch for clients, contractors, tutors, other design team members, but also for future employers. So I hope you enjoyed exploring this essential design skill. If you want to learn more about how designers generate, develop and communicate their ideas, I have another video for you titled "Why Do Designers Sketch?" If you really did enjoy it, please like and subscribe.